dop, dip dop.
Little dude, George Lapadopoulos.
Little lobster dop. Lopper
yeah, so we're going to talk about Lobstercon on this week's Extra Durdles. Today is Wednesday. I'm traveling tomorrow up to Boston. Phil is traveling Friday morning to Boston.
So I'm doing. Here's the thing, Zach. Everybody goes to Lobstercon for the nostalgic experience, pre-modern, right? Pre-modern is the nostalgic experience.
So your nostalgic experience is being late to the tournament?
So I want the full experience. So what I'm doing is I still don't know what my 75 is. I'm going to submit it, last second with whatever cards, whatever.
Yeah, make sure you follow that link. They need that.
And then I'm gonna get on a plane the morning of the tournament. I'm gonna hopefully win the tournament, and then I'm gonna get on a plane the same night as the tournament. I'm round tripping it, baby. Round tripping it in the same day.
In and out.
Because I got stuff to do, and some of that stuff is winning this pre-modern tournament. Now, let me tell you, Zach. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, brother. I'm gonna win this event, Zach. I'm gonna win this event, and I don't know how, because who knows? Who knows what?
Because I'm playing.
Who knows what happens in this format? Your guess is as good as mine. People practice really hard for this event, Zach. People practice really hard. But you know what I remember from back in the day? People being like, "Yep, they were so good, they didn't practice at all. Their friend handed them a deck, and then they just took it down."
That shit happened to me as like a 19-year-old. Someone handed me mono black control, and I took an event down.
Yeah, dude. That
you could just do that.
Hey, man, I feel like I practice a whole shit ton when we're going to legacy events, and then I scrub out all the time. And for this one, I have practiced none at all. I'm just like, here's a powerful thing that these cards do together.
So you're going to take this thing down by not practicing.
I'm taking it down. I'm taking it down, and I'm playing cards. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be playing cards. So, Zach, are you excited to combo people out or to grind people out?
I'm incredibly excited. I've been practicing all day. Doing the opposite of you. I'm arriving the night before, and I'm practicing a lot. I've been practicing Cadaverous Bloom. You can check out, I wrote a primer, so you can go to our Moxfield. You can find my Cadaverous Bloom deck, listed as pre-modern 2024 Prost Bloom, and you can see the primer I have. I'll be updating that primer a little bit as we go along, but I made sure that I wrote kind of matchup guide for the top 4 decks of Stifle Knot, Burn, Survival, and Goblins are the top 4 decks. So I have those matchups kind of ready in my head, and I don't know. I've been doing the gold fishing today, just getting used to the deck, getting my reps in and whatnot, figuring out what lands I want to get with natural balance when I natural balance and stuff. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very strong. The deck, as long as my opponents don't have a direct game plan against me that they know what to do, I think I will do quite well. Warmth, having access to 5 warmth with what's called Enlightened Tutor feels super strong. Being able to just get people on turn 3, I'm gonna count the number of turn 3s and turn 4s that I have during the day as well, and report back on that. But yeah, I'm very excited for this tournament. I think this is going to be super fun. Phil, did you reserve a lobster roll for lobster?
This whole thing is for the experience. Of course I did. It was
good.
It's very pricey, as is always.
$30 for a lobster roll. Lobster rolls aren't cheap to begin with.
No, I understand that, but I was like, God damn! The whole thing is that this format's supposed to be affordable, and then we're
the lobster rolls are expensive, but the format itself is actually pretty cheap.
Yeah. So you just offset the card. So either way, you're just spending a ton. But I am presuming that you can win through a duress, so that's powerful.
Yeah, and I can not only win through a duress, I'm playing 3 duress.
Yeah, it's very powerful wizardry. I'm playing Penumbra Worm Tribal, Zach.
Penumbra Worm Tribal. This is Penumbra Worm. If it dies, you get another Penumbra Worm.
You're sure? It sure is, Zach. It sure is, and that's what I'm gonna do. People are like,
all right.
People are like, I'm putting this 1/1 into play that's gonna kill you if it hits, and I'm over here being like, cool, dude, 6 mana 6/6s, come at me.
Yeah, you're on that OG Godzilla deck, that Rexer, right?
People just don't understand, man. Nobody has ever seen me play Forest.
Phil, Phil, do you have survival of the fittest?
Survival. Do I look like I'm gonna play a survival? Do I look like that's what I'm gonna?
You don't, but that's what I assumed that you would be on if you were playing a deck that has green mana in it.
Nah.
Power outliers, dude. Come on.
Yeah, power outliers. I'm playing Gaia's Cradle, my guy.
Okay,
Gaia's
that is a power outlier for sure.
It sure is.
I only mention that because I have access to the Brian, not Hacker, the other Brian, deck from one of the Pro Tours. So I have gold bordered reoccurring survival. Like if you end up needing it, just throwing it out there. I also have like 7 decks, so.
Does survival of the fittest make scrolls, Zach?
Doesn't make scrolls, but you can make scrolls with survival of the fittest by getting your reanimating your what's it called? Hermit Druid. Hermit Druid. Deranged Hermit.
You want to know? You're spending so much time. You're going 1 green, discard a card, put a card into your hand, and you know what? I'm not interested in dilly dallying.
Not trying to grind that value. I'm not either. I mean, that's a deck that I'm great against, honestly.
I'm natural. I'm going to cast Natural Order and just put my worm into play.
There you go. Are you? Is Penumbra Worm the best creature that you can put into play?
Zach, the best thing you can put into play is Deranged Hermit. But then what happens when your opponent plays Plague Engineer? What are you going to do about that then?
What are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on your Plague Engineer?
Fuck Hulk Hogan. He's a piece of shit. And what are you going to do when all of your squirrels have been plagued out by your opponent's plague? What you're going to do is you're going to
I would say play Verdant Force would be my go-to choice because Verdant Force makes a 1/1 on each upkeep.
Does it have trample, Zach?
It doesn't have trample. Penumbra Worm has trample. I did not know that.
Not only does Penumbra Worm have trample, but when it dies
token
and makes a black token worm, it also has trample. Okay.
All right.
Like,
okay.
If you get rid of the force, then you don't get anything. But if you get rid of the Penumbra Worm, you get a Penumbra Worm.
You highly overestimate the how good is trample in this situation, because 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen is your opponent's going to Swords Plowshare as your Penumbra Worm, which will not give you a token for it.
Zach, why would I put a Penumbra Worm into play against a Swords to Plowshares deck instead of a Deranged Hermit, which makes a bunch of bodies?
It's true.
Why would I do that?
There you go.
You got to think about the play pattern, Zach. Have you ever heard of play patterns?
You got your plan.
Have you considered? I've put in no testing, Zach. No testing. But you want to know what?
Considered that? No.
But you know what
I considered that I put in no testing. No.
But you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna biorhythm the shit out of Swords to Plowshares players.
Goddamn, biorhythm.
They think they know what's coming, and then I'm just gonna biorhythm them.
Just casting biorhythm.
I'm gonna cast biorhythm, Zach.
Out there casting cards that are banned in EDH.
I'm a green mage. I'm a green mage now, Zach. I play forests. I'm gonna have the best tournament result of my life with basic forest in my deck.
It's so good.
So
I love this.
Yeah, y'all, you don't even know what's coming. Everybody's like, "Oh, watch out for red green Ponza or whatever the fuck. You destroy all your lands." No. You want to know what I'm gonna do? I don't need all those lands. You know what I need? I need a Gaia's Cradle.
I'm excited not just for the event, but for the other events surrounding the event. There's also like a sorcery event there. I'm bringing sorcery cards. I'm going to teach you how to play sorcery, Phil.
If there's time, Zach, because I'm getting there. I'm taking a flight in the morning, and then I'm taking a flight in the evening. So
in between rounds. In between rounds,
I'm going to eat a lobster roll in between those flights, and that's the only thing that's guaranteed.
If you have time in between your lobster roll,
that's the only.
In and out.
Yeah, I just plan to eat the same lobster roll for 9 hours.
I need to remember. You have a Shatterstorm.
Do I?
Shatterstorm that was altered that you had me grab in Chicago. I have that somewhere. I have to put that into a pile.
I don't know when I'm ever going to play that. Here's the thing, Zach. I have 12 cards in my sideboard that I'm pretty sure I'm going to play.
Shatterstorm going to be one of them now.
Well, the thing is I would never be able to cast Shatterstorm. But I do have 3 slots. What are the 3? Assume you're playing green cards and or black cards and or splashing for anything.
Right.
Okay, let's say I have my Plague Engineers, and I have my Cabal Therapies, and I have my Naturalizes. What else am I supposed to play, Zach? I don't know what cards are in this format.
Coffin something? Coffin?
Coffin?
Something?
Coffin?
The card
Coffin?
that like it's basically Purify the Grave. Coffin Robbery or something?
You're telling me I should play Coffin Purge, Zach?
Coffin Purge, yeah. You should play a Coffin Purge or two. Maybe a Phyrexian Furnace.
I do love me a Phyrexian Furnace, Zach. Now remember, I am a Gaia's Cradle deck. Is there a better way to do this?
A better way to Phyrexian Furnace?
Is there a better way to graveyard hate in my forest creature deck?
Tormod's Crypt.
But that's not a creature, Zach. How am I going to make mana off the Gaia's Cradle?
You're green and black, you're saying?
Yeah, let's say I'm green and black.
Wretched white?
There's Withered Wretch, but that's black. How am I going to cast
black?
Zach, I told you I have many a basic forest in my deck, Zach. How am I going to cast a black card?
I don't know, man.
Zach, I'm looking for you for advice here. I need some advice on.
I am giving you the best advice I can. Hold on, let me look at my I can look at all of my pre-modern decks, and I can tell you of those pre-modern decks that have those colors. Let's open that up in another thing. We got that one. There we go. I'm just gonna look and see what are some good of those colors. All right, here we go. We'll look and see what sideboard cards are useful in those colors. All right. Elvish Lyricist is a sacrifice Elvish Lyricist to destroy target enchantment creature. That might be a card that you can kill a what's it called with.
No, you give me you're giving me Onslaught Naturalizers, so I'm committed to playing those, and that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
But I need to know, Zach. Am I supposed to just play some Coffin Purges? Because I'll do it.
It might be Coffin Purges. Let me see here. No, nothing there. No. Maybe Perish.
Perish? Am I just self-sabotaging myself? Is that...
It's like Perish. Never mind.
Yeah, nobody. I'll just have a board of 5 green creatures and then cast Perish, and people will be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "I'm playing 4-dimensional chess."
Yeah, Phil. I think the answer here is what's it called? I think the answer is Coffin Purge. I think that Coffin Purge is the spell that you want if your opponent is going to be doing graveyard stuff. You could at least answer it with that. Not a lot of like Reanimator style decks, right? Because the creatures are not great to reanimate for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Your best creature is like a Chroma. So I don't know. I think that might be your best situation there.
What if I guess that the real answer then should be like if we need to target the Hermit Druid decks, then it's just Tormod's Crypt, right? I got 3 slots. I'll play some Tormod's Crypts.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the way to do it. Tormod's Crypt it is.
Tormod's Crypt. Get ready. I'm going to bring some Altered Tormod's Crypt to this event.
All right. Well, like I said, we've got a little over 48 hours before we got to be at a little under 48 hours, I suppose, before we have to jam for the pre-modern championships. We'll report on the other side how things went. If you're a supporter of the show, we obviously, if you're listening to this, you are a supporter of the show. Only supporters get to hear the inner thoughts and weavings of Phil and Mai's mind. We'll be having a lot more legacy content coming up in as Eternal Weekend comes in. But of course, we get excited about other things. So we want to talk about this. This is a little extra Durdles this week. So with that said, thank you all for supporting us, and we will catch you on the flip.